Aries.
Hello Aries, this is your forecast for October 2014, and we have a super special forecast this month as we have two eclipses going on. We have a total lunar eclipse on October 8th, and then we have a partial solar eclipse happening on the 23rd. So we're going to get more into what that's going to mean for you, but yes, they pack a punch, let me tell you. But here this month we have the Sun, and we also have Venus here in your 7th house. So relationships are going to be a focus for you. It's been 6 months since your birthday, so right now the Sun is opposite that of time of birth. And so it's others that are going to be very much so important to you. Your partner, your significant other, Venus there with love and depth and harmony in sign of Libra there, right? So it's all about finding that perfect balance between you and him or her. But the 7th house isn't just our romantic partners, it's also those that we work with closely, one-on-one, and how we interact and how we exchange. Then we also have Mercury starting off top of the month here in the sign of Scorpio. So Mercury ruling our thoughts and our communication, we might come to see that that's going to go a little bit deeper this month. You know, Scorpio really loves to be authentic. It really likes to dig deep into that core of genuine energy, genuine intimate sharing. Intimate, not of course, you know, just on a physical level, but it is penetrating through the layers of superficial. So you'll come to see how this is really going to be stimulating you this month, especially also because that new moon, that solar eclipse is also in the sign of Scorpio, and so that is going to take it that much deeper. We have Mars now into the sign of Sagittarius. You will see how your physical energy, your goals and ambitions are going to be fired up as you're keeping your eye on that horizon, long-term goals. Some of you might even be traveling because it's in the area of long-distance travel, people and places in foreign countries. It's also higher education. So some of you might even start something new in this area. Maybe take on a new class, or also deepening your spiritual side, as the 9th house area is all about finding one's source back, or should I say one's essence, finding its way back to the source. Can't talk today. So yeah, it's really wanting to uncover truths. This is what Sagittarius is all about. And Mars here is going to give you that extra drive. We have also Jupiter now already concluded half its journey through Leo, even though it's going to be there till late summer of 2015, but it's cruising along super fast right now until later down the road. It's going to go retrograde, go back, and then we have still a long journey. But here in the sign of Leo in your 5th house, this is the area of joy, expansion, happiness, love too. Sometimes it indicates new love. 7th house is more the committed love, marriage and so forth. But for those of you who are single, well, Jupiter is all here to support you, help you open up for those opportunities that you can find here. And in that case, it should be very playful and loving because it's that big Leo heart, right? And we can also say, though, that it's the area of self-expression, of joy and creative projects. So those of you starting anything new right now, well, let me tell you, it's a super month to start any projects and to also very quickly start seeing the results. And this is because this Jupiter is tied into Mars and also Uranus and that full moon here on the 8th. So we have a beautiful golden trine, and this golden trine, not only does it carry with it this full moon or the total lunar eclipse, but it's also tying into a kite formation. That is a trine where it also has the kite. So this is something that now can really start flying, because the top of that kite is the sun and Venus. And for you, well, you know, it's like your goals for love, relationships, that's where the top is. The bottom of that kite is fueled by the lunar eclipse and Uranus, which is always full of change, unexpected happenings, brilliant ideas, and so forth. And then the two shoulders of that kite is fueled by Mars on the one end and Jupiter on the other. So you can see how these energies together wants to lift you to new heights here in October. So if we have relationships on top, we got Mars in the 9th house of you expanding consciousness, Jupiter expanding joy and happiness and creative projects, and then the tail end, you know, a kite can't fly without those little ribbons, right? That is in the base, you, your essence, your personality, because it is coming from that first house, all right? And your emotions, your feelings. So you can see how this month is just starting off really with a big bang here on October 8th. And we will work ourselves through the calendar here to see where you're ending up when that new moon is coming on the 23rd, which is that partial solar eclipse. On the 4th, though, we have decisions to be made. It is for you in your partnership area. And Pluto here, well, it's between you and a partner, not necessarily your significant other. It could be, but it could also be somebody you're working very closely with, a peer. And because it's also tying into your career, so there might be career changes or talks or decisions to be made. On the 5th and 7th, you will see how this is really going to expand. Mars is in a fantastic now run with Uranus, which always speeds up things. You know, if Mercury rules linear time, Uranus rules, you know, higher dimensional time. So it could definitely speed up. On the 7th, once again, another decision. And I'm feeling it's more you kind of looking at where you're at, what you've achieved, and what you need to let go of in order to move ahead. So there are some choices coming up, but it's all good because I'm feeling the outcome of it is going to liberate and free you. Sometimes these choices are conscious, and in that case, you're in control. Sometimes these changes can come upon us without our conscious decision, and then it's more like thrown upon us, so it could be a little bit more of a shock factor. But even that, in time, will come to be understood that it was a very liberating aspect to have. Okay, so in the end, it's all good. But I see how it's tying in there on the 8th under this eclipse. Because Venus is square Pluto, you have the kite formation going on. However, this Venus-Pluto might be some maybe disagreements here on either money matters, which it could be, between you and a partner or a co-worker, or between you and a boss, since it's the career house too. Or it could also be something more of a romantic thing, since Venus is involved. But you'll know what to do. Why? Because as this situation is coming together, maybe even a little unexpectedly so, and with this enormous body of this eclipse taking place, well, the support that you're having is Mars and Jupiter working together in this golden trine. So you'll find your path. You will just know. Jupiter knows, right? So go with your intuition, and you will see already on the 10th some kind of a feedback, insight, or message that you're going to get, which is actually going to show you that the decisions made there on the 8th was actually good decisions to follow. On the 11th, there's a little bit more of an overview on how you're looking at things. There's a sense of detachment in you, so you're able to observe, not just be the participant. Because when we're the participant of life, we kind of feel stuck by all circumstances around us. But it's really nice to get up on that high vantage point, say top of the pyramid, look down over the valley, because then you can observe with no emotions. and then you get more of a realistic picture of what is taking place. Now on the 14th, a really happy day for you. Venus and Jupiter, they're doing the dance. So something maybe be celebrated. Good news can be coming in here for you. And I'm feeling it's just a very romantic day too. Not just because these two can create that romantic scenario, but it's also the placements they have in your chart between the area of love and committed love, between happiness and creative energy, and then the 7th house, once again, of commitment. Some of you might even get engaged here upon this day. On the 15th, we also have the Sun and Mars, so they're doing the dance as well, and you're still feeling groovy and good from the 14th. The 16th, Mercury and Mars also doing the dance, and then the 17th, once again, a declaration of love. So you have those days between the 14th and the 17th, which is looking extraordinary, just extraordinary. There is communication, there is sharing, there's bonding, there's expansion, there's dynamic focus, and we could put all of these energies also into anything that you're focusing on, working with in a creative manner, because it's all going to come out and be expressed. So make the most of it. We just love when all the personal planets are doing these wonderful aspects. Now on the 20th, once again, and Venus and Mars together, they're joining the crowd of what's been going on from the 14th. So now we have love and action kicking in, and then also on the 20th, communication, Mercury and Jupiter sextile. So we can see we have a whole week where everything just feels like bliss, all right? And now on the 23rd, we have the Sun moving out of Libra into Scorpio. So now we're going to deepen our emotions. We've had our playtime in harmony, right? But now comes a deeper sense of reality. The Sun is moving in here on the 23rd. This is also when we have the partial solar eclipse, the new moon. So we have them all here in Scorpio. And as always, the new moon is when we put down our intentions. But when we have an eclipse, well, it holds the power of like 3 full new moons. All right, so it's super special, super strong, and you will come to see that for you, the area it's going to be expressed is in the 8th house. Intimate sharing, bonding, going deeper, being real. It really holds the power of love, because this new moon here, which is the moon and the sun, is also conjunct Venus. Okay, and Venus is now also in the sign of Scorpio, so you'll come to see how these together are really going to open up also for financial benefits. It could be monies coming to you that's owed to you, could come from insurance companies, maybe it's a gift, maybe it's an inheritance, or maybe more money coming to you from some kind of legal deal. Whatever the case is, it's going to be a great day here on the 23rd. So the exact conjunction will be on the 25th between the Sun and Venus. But Venus is close enough here that we will regard it as a conjunction on this new moon or solar eclipse. 27th, we have a dream day, Venus and Neptune in a beautiful trine. So that is our inner sense of feelings and love and creativity. It's all the arts. Maybe you're playing more music today, maybe a candlelit dinner. It's being expressed in something, not just dreamy because of Neptune, but Neptune for you is located in the area of the 12th house, upon where it rules, that Piscean house. So it's definitely something that is very spiritual too. Great day to meditate and receive results. And the Sun too here coming in just after, the day after. So they're also conjunct the Sun and Neptune as well. And so you're going to come to see that there is that depth from between the 8th and the 12th house, which is your inner self and your higher self, that inner communication, but also how you're sharing this with those close to you. Might just come to see that you might be open and share something that you normally kind of hold close to your heart, close to your chest. However, though, the solar eclipse on the 23rd, you know, it's like, is it a breakdown or breakthrough? And I feel it's a breakthrough, as all new moons indicate new beginnings, right? But something gives when we break through. It's like we, in order to move into that new room, we have to leave the old room. So there's a breakdown, breakthrough, all happening at once. And it, being an eclipse, of course, is giving it that 3 times the punch of it. And when we know where it's at, that's when we can focus and prepare for it. And for you, this will be the 8th house, okay? So money and resources you hold with others, or also intimate bonding with your partner as well. So I'm seeing you being very driven to the top. Your ambitions are super strong in October, and there's a lot of psychic healing energy going along with this, because this new moon is in the sign of Scorpio, which holds these powers. It's all that spiritual energy now really wanting to come to the surface. So for you, well, with the freedom and enlightenment you're having on October 8th with the first eclipse, the second eclipse is all the intimate spiritual energy. So this is a month that you definitely do want to be very conscious about. It's like breaking through to those higher levels of consciousness as well. So come back, listen again once you get back out into October, because I know a lot of you listen to it the month prior, so you're listening to this here in September. But you know what? When you get into October, especially to get more of that news of those eclipses. So I will see you next month. But before I go, just make sure to subscribe so you can get these videos every month into your inbox, and also listen to your moon and your rising sign. Have a good month, Aries. Bye now.